Hi everyone, my name is Whitley Slaybaugh and I teach 6th grade English at England Elementary School. My teacher tip for you is how to incorporate Nearpod in your Google slide presentations. Nearpod is an add-on that's going to boost student engagement by creating activities inside their slides, and it's also going to be a valuable assessment tool for you as you get a report of their responses at the end. So let me show you how it works. So you want to find Nearpod in Google Marketplace or Google Play and click the Slides add-on and install that into your computer. When that's finished, you're able to open up Google Slides and immediately start using it. It's going to be in the bar right here, Add-ons, Nearpod, Open Nearpod. And it's going to create a window over here so that as you're editing and creating your presentation, when you want to add in a feature that gets students involved, you can just click on one and it'll pull it up and you can create it right inside Google Slides. So there's no extra websites, which I love. As you can see, there are a lot of options. I don't have time to go through all of them, so I'm going to show you my favorite 3. Collaborate board, open-ended question, and time to climb. So let's pretend that we just created a presentation and I'm ready to teach my students right now. So let's say I did those 3 things, I edited them, I put them in there, which took me not a lot of time, and click Save and go to Nearpod. It's going to take you to an account that kind of looks like this. You will have to put your email and password and things like that, but it's pretty mainstream when it comes from Google Slides over to Google Classroom. So I don't ever actually create anything on the website. I'm going to do live participation today instead of student-paced because I'm going to be up presenting in front of them. So when I click live participation, it's going to bring up a menu like this. You can share by code. I never do because my class students are always like, I don't know my code. It's not working. I can't find it. So Google Classroom. Once they click that link, it's going to take them automatically there. There's no extra steps. So if they're already inside your Google Classroom, they're going to be able to get on Nearpod. So here is a teacher view. Our first example is going to be a collaboration board, and it's going to ask you, do you want to approve student comments? So you can kind of figure out, are they trustworthy or not? And then you're going to post a question that you want all of your students to respond to. It could be social emotional in a morning meeting, or it could be content based to kind of get your students thinking. I like to use it right off in the mornings because I want to see, are my virtual students paying attention? Are they here and aware? Is everybody awake after breakfast? And so, for example, I say, what is a hardship people faced in the Great Depression? Notice that you can hide students' names. So right there, it says respectful student. If I'm going to put in and say something here on mine as a student, you're going to see that kind student is not on task. They're just saying hi. So I can delete that. I can like that one. I can even hide student names so that it becomes anonymous, which is really good. And then also here, I can see who is still online. If someone navigates away from Nearpod, it will turn red, and that'll tell me, hey, they're not on class, and I don't have to switch over to another software to check on my students that way. So collaboration board is fantastic for student engagement to make sure everyone is participating and everyone is able to share ideas and see what's going on. Another example that I use in class often is the open response. So here you just ask them to write anything as, maybe a short answer, a sentence or 2, or even a full essay if you wanted. I'm having them write a paragraph explaining the symbolism of the apples in the poem Blossoms. So in my teacher view, you can see I have my student names here, which I hid earlier, their answers, and then the participation rate of class. I love this because I feel like they did a wonderful response. I can actually share that to the class. And so the student view will see that example response on their screen. This is what it'll look like for a student. And sometimes I present that to the class if I want to give sentence frames or something like that. The last thing I want to show you is the time to climb, which is my kids' favorite. If you've ever done Kahoot, it's the same thing, but it's better because your kids don't have to navigate away, do another click, waiting for them to log on to something different. It is seamless. So here are some options as the teacher, what I want to do. I'm going to click the space theme. And now I'm just going to wait for my kids to join. They can choose an avatar, get started, and they're ready to go. So let's say all of my kids are logged in, start. So just like in Kahoot, it's going to ask questions and it'll reward students not only for their right answer, but for answering it quickly. So I'm going to answer. Let's see, compassion is having empathy and wanting to help. That was one of our vocabulary words. Uh-oh, someone raced ahead of me. The second question is going to be, what does transformation mean? Click that quick. Change. We're going to race to the top of the mountain again. My kids love seeing who's first. So let's say we went through our whole little game. It's the end. Respectful student won. It's going to kind of pull up a leaderboard. This is what your kids will see. This is what you will see on their points, and they think it is fun. All right. These are the top 3 things that I use in Nearpod. I hope that this kind of piques your interest and has you download it and playing around and seeing how you can get your students engaged and how you can get them learning better in your classroom. Don't forget that at the end of every Nearpod, you can click reports just like this, and it will send you an email that has all of the student responses so that you can also use it as assessment. That's all for today. Bye, guys.